Hi guys, it's Rochelle. I'm back again with another video. I decided to do this video um, about health coaching and why I became a health coach and sort of what is a health coach and how maybe I could help you um, achieve whatever it is that you're going to achieve. So, first of all, my background is in education, but I also, when I was going through university, I did take physical education and health. That was like one of the passions I had of mine. I had this dream of being a phys ed teacher and being a coach and teaching health, and that was just right up my alley. I loved that. But unfortunately, about 2 years into me teaching, I got autoimmune. So that kind of put all of that on hold. It never stifled my curiosity with it. However, it just didn't seem feasible. I couldn't really run or move or do anything. And then I felt like I'm going to be a hypocrite if I am a phys ed teacher and I am standing there and not doing what the kids are doing. Because quite frankly, had my body been able, I would be doing what the kids were doing. I loved working out, going to the gym. I was an athlete growing up. It was a big part of my life, and unfortunately, that rug kind of got pulled out from underneath me. So, but there's a reason for everything, right? So, I started getting into health a little bit more. I'm going to say about 7 years ago. About 7, 8 years ago. And that was through one of my colleagues that I worked with. I was really struggling with my health, and she said to me, here, I have a couple of documentaries that I want you to watch. I think they'll be super helpful for you. Just watch them. What's the worst that's going to happen? It's going to be an hour of your day, right? And if you don't like it, then you don't like it, or you don't take anything away from it, that's fine too. So I was open-minded and I was desperate at the point of time that she gave them to me. So I said, sure, I'll watch them. And then I watched those two, and then she gave me a couple more, and then I watched those two, and I had a couple more, and then I became addicted and hooked. And I started researching and researching, and then I've been off sick here and there in the last 3 years or so. And that's when I really dived in deep. When I was off sick, my brain worked, my body didn't. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to immerse myself in whatever I can find. So journals, I was researching websites and different supplements and different therapies and different doctors and different approaches to health, because I wasn't convinced what was being given to me in the Western world in Canada were helpful to me. Because every doctor I'd gone to is basically like, well, yeah, you have a really severe, rare condition, but there's nothing we can do for you. We'll just put you on more toxic drugs. It'll make everything worse. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not what I'm looking for. So I decided not to go that route and to, dedicate my spare time, which with 3 kids, I don't have a lot of time, to myself to actually dig deep and find information, because it's out there. People just have to look for it. So I did a lot of digging and started to try to talk to some of my colleagues or family members or point them in the right direction with their health. But I was getting sort of frustrated because people not that they weren't listening to me, they were probably listening to me, but the whole Western philosophy is that doctors are God or up there anyways, up on a pedestal, and people take every single thing that they say as the truth. And some of it, yeah, okay, you break your arm, you need stitches, they can fix you. They're the guys for the job. However, when it comes to all these autoimmune conditions, I mean, more and more are being discovered every single day. More and more people are being affected every single day. It's from our food, period. It's also from our stress, period. It's the lives that we're living. We are not meant to be on stress 24/7, 365. We're not. That's just not the way that we were supposed to run. And, at my job, I can speak high stress job, high stress. Education, when I started versus where we're at now, completely different ballgame. I literally feel like I'm on a hamster wheel from the moment Monday morning starts till Friday morning when I come home, Friday night when I come home from work. I feel like I'm on that hamster treadmill. Run, 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 keep up as best you can. And when you're at work, you got to be here and you got to be there and you got to be everywhere and you got to be sitting with kids and photocopying things. And oh, now we have gym and right, like your brain is just that all the tabs are open. That's not the way we're supposed to be living. So I really took a step back. I really did a lot of research. I took notes. I watched documentaries. I made my husband watch the documentaries. I educated my children because I was like, you know what? If I'm not here in the next 5 years, I want you all to have the knowledge that I have about food because you are the next generation coming up and I don't want you making the same mistakes that I made. So that's what I dedicated my life to. And then one of my girlfriends took ironically, the same person that gave me the documentaries, took a health coaching course. And she's like, hey, you'd be really interested in this. And I was like, sure, I'll look at it. So I ended up last year being off sick. And I had to keep my brain busy because if not, I would have gone crazy being home by myself all the time. So I took this course and I loved it. And what I loved about it was that it wasn't just about food. It's fine to go on a diet. It's fine to go to Weight Watchers or Nutrisystem or wherever, whatever you're Jenny Craig, whatever you're going to take. But at the end of the day, they focus on food. They focus on deprivation. They focus on different types of tactics to get you where you're supposed to be. But they're not removing the inflammatory foods, period, from the beginning. And they are also not looking at your habits. You are a creature that's going to make habits, right? You're going to be, I get up at 8 o'clock. I have my coffee at 8:30. I go to work at 9, whatever it is that is your routine. That's just human beings. And unless you actually step back and look at what you are doing and how that is not contributing to your goal, you won't get there. So I had to do goal setting myself. I had to look at my own goals. I had to look at my own life. And some of the habit change that comes about in health coaching isn't about food. It could be emotional traumas. It could be your stress of your job. It could be the fact that you don't know how to eat. Excuse me. Some of us just don't know how to eat. I know that sounds silly, but we don't. And so we need to get back to that basis of what is food? Food is fuel. That's all it is. It's fuel. If you go into your car and it takes regular gas and you go to the gas pump and you put in diesel, your car's not going to go anywhere. Same thing as you. If you're eating potato chips all day long, greasy foods and full of sugar and all fat and stuff, you're not going to run properly, right? That's not what you were designed to eat. You got to get back to nature. So habit change is huge. Why are you eating like that? What is driving your goals? Are you actually conscious when you're eating? Or are you sitting on your phone, flipping through whatever voicemails or emails or text messages that are stressing you as you eat? You're not going to digest the food. You're in stress mode, right? So we really have to be looking at how we're eating, what we're eating, when we're eating, why we're eating. And so the health coaching basis that I have is all about habit change. Yes, we look at your food. Yes, we look at inflammatory foods and sleep, and we look at everything. It is holistic health coaching. So I have a Facebook page that I have people email me on. Or message me on. I also offer certain things, like we do shopping trips. Like I can take you shopping and help you, because some people are so overwhelmed when they go grocery shopping and they're looking for the wrong thing on the label. You're not getting the best bang for your buck, or you're not getting the most nutrition for your buck. That's what you should be looking at. What is the most nutrition for my buck right here? Is it the box of Kraft Dinner, or is it the bag of salad, or a head of salad? Okay. What is going to heal my body? Because you're either feeding it, feeling disease, or you're healing it. So anyways, I got into health coaching because of that. I really love it. And I do shopping trips with people. I do 14-day cleanses with people. I do 12-week total transformation program. And that by far is my favorite one because I get to see the change all through our time. And by the time you get to the end and you look back, there's huge changes that you've made. And one of my clients was very much a by the scale person. Like, I need to know how much I weigh, and that is my worth. And we talked about that and how that maybe we wanted to shift that thinking. And so she did. She shifted it. And by the end of our sessions, at the end of 12 weeks, she goes, you know what? That doesn't matter to me anymore. I haven't even taken my scale out. That's progress, right? When you're just looking at yourself and you're feeling yourself and your mindset is shifted, you're more positive. That's what we want to see the shifts in, because then all the other stuff will fall into place. So if you're looking for health coaching, or if you're interested in any more questions, and obviously I do specialize in people with autoimmune, and I have helped people with those conditions. I am also my biggest guinea pig. I myself, and you can go into my Facebook page to find out this information, or even look on my YouTube videos. So as of last year, up to date now, I've lost, or let go, I like to say let go of, 80 pounds, so many inches I can't even count, and completely shifted my life in the right direction. And it's all through mindset and food. I've improved my sort of stamina, if you will, or like my mindset. Before, I was just always tired and sad. And yes, I am still tired, and there are days that I am sad, but that is not the everyday for me. I try to live moment by moment, day by day. I do not look and think about next week anymore. I'm like, okay, what's today? What do I have to do in this hour? What am I doing right now? Oh my gosh, my daughter just drew this a wonderful picture. I'm going to remember that, right? I try to live in the moment. So I have completely shifted my life, and I feel like my story with scleroderma, there is nothing out there for people. When I was researching, it was difficult to find. Yeah, you could find like medical journals and things like that, but not people that were not outside of the box, people that were working outside of the box and looking at alternatives and looking inward on themselves. What do I need? What is my message right now? My body, because disease is just a message. It's a message that there's something wrong. So now we have to be still, we have to be quiet, look inside, and figure out what that lesson is. Anyways, have a wonderful day. If you're living in Canada, it is windy and cold out there today. Bundle up. Have a great Saturday. Love and light.